day so far?
Just a quick reminder, photo retakes are today at lunch in the commons.
Seems sort of
Why could Mrs. Ghost not get to sleep? Because Mr. Ghost was a coffin. How do you fix a broken gourd? How do you fix a broken gourd? A pumpkin patch. And then I had one more pun about boomerangs. I forgot it, but I'm sure it'll come back to me.
So, here at Asian Culture Club, I already sent out an email for the shifts for fall fairs, and we really need you guys to sign up, so please do that as soon as possible.
MUN meeting tomorrow, Loom 4. Anyone that's in the town, please be there. It'll be very short, under just 5-10 minutes. The quicker that everyone gets there, everyone can leave. Thank you.
Hey guys, if you're in Thespian Troupe, there's still 6 slots left for Fall Fair, and I need you to sign up today. And also, if you're in Lit Mag, please show up to meetings. There were like 3 people yesterday, and we need to do things.
Fields today in the physics room, we've got a game called Cash and Guns. It's pretty fun. Hope to see you there.
Hi, I'm here to announce a new Key Club project we're doing. We are raising money for UNICEF. It's called Trick or Treat for UNICEF, and we're going to be raising money up through Halloween. There's going to be this donation bin in the back of here, and hopefully more will be popping up as I find more containers. Also, Key Clubbers, think about other ways we can raise money for this. It's going to be going towards helping eliminate maternal and neonatal tetanus.
As some of you know, next week is Red and Black Week, and that means there's going to be another Spirit Week. So on Monday, the first day, is going to be a new one. It's Cali Day, which means you can dress like a Californian, you can dress in your favorite California sports memorabilia, maybe your favorite California college, anything in the mix. Tuesday is going to be tie-dye day, so wear any and everything tie-dye that you have. It's going to be a fun one.
And on Wednesday,
And also on that day, there's also going to be chalk in the commons and bubbles. So during lunch, so you should definitely be there.
and then on Wednesday, because the sophomores and juniors are taking the practice SAT, we're going to have pajama day, so everyone can just come and take the test in their pajamas. And then on Thursday, it's music day, so dress like your favorite genre of music. And then at lunch, we're doing breeze dance in the commons, and there will be a prize for that, so you should definitely participate. And then on Friday, of course, it's Red and Black Day, so wear red and black to show your pride for York. And then there's going to be a faculty versus seniors volleyball game, and if you come to the game, we're giving out little York tattoos that you can put on. So it should be fun.
Yeah, and this should all also go out through an email, so you'll be able to remember it, and we'll keep making announcements about it.
Jared, what's this? A paper tower. A paper tower for what?
Paper towers for charity.
Wow. So, we're running a booth at Fall Fair to support the Stuff the Bus Foundation, where you and your friends, a group of up to 5, will be able to build a tower in 5 minutes out of different supplies for school, like paper and tape, to try and build as high as you can, as quickly as you can.
And if you win, we're giving out prizes. So ask your parents for money because it's for charity. Any money we make will be going to school children who cannot afford the materials and
Yeah, all around the Monterey Bay area, we'll just kind of stuffing the bus, getting the backpacks filled with things, and depending on how much money, we'll stuff as many backpacks as we can. All right, so we're telling you guys early so you can start kind of making your teams up to 5 people each, and the more people you have, the cheaper it is. So be there. Let's help some kids.
For Lit Mag, the haiku contest is over, and people in Lit Mag need to vote for the winner.
Many of you know me as Cam Swam. In fact, I have people come up and ask me if my last name is Swam almost every day. Swimming is a fundamental part of my life, and people associate me with the sport. So, no one would imagine that my very worst fear is drowning. This fear originated almost 7 years ago at a seemingly innocent sleepover with 2 of my friends. There's something about 8-year-old boys that makes them want to prove their prowess at wrestling. Such was the case with my friends Karel, Theo, and me on this windy Saturday afternoon. The temperature plummeted as we jostled each other around the terracotta pool deck and patio of Karel's house. Swimsuits on, we jumped in the pool. The heated water was a relief from the breeze outside, and it encouraged the third-grade frenzy of laughter and madness. Theo immediately seized my shoulders and propelled me underwater. Still laughing, I let myself glide to the bottom. I love the feeling of lying underwater, looking up at the filtered sunlight and watching the wind blow little ridges across the surface, so many meters above. Nothing can penetrate your bubble of happiness, but eventually your bubble pops. Your lungs start to disagree with your brain, and you must push off the bottom and return to the world of the living. I unwillingly rose from the comfort of the depths, but 2 pairs of hands pushed me back under. I panicked. I was already out of air. The muscles in my throat and neck began to constrict, and the deep blues of the pool turned to white. I twisted and turned, but couldn't escape the grasp of my friends. My scream stifled by the water pouring into my mouth and nostrils. I gave one last attempt to break free before I blacked out. Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines drowning as dying through submersion in and inhalation of water. Obviously, this isn't the story of my death, but rather the story of how I turned a horrible accident into a life lesson. 2 weeks after lying on that pool deck, coughing and gasping and coughing my lungs out, I joined a swim team. Sometimes the things that scare you most in life can be the best for you. Swimming became a passion of mine. It has provided focus and clarity when everything else seems to be sinking. It has imbued in me a sense of determination that drives me to better myself each and every day. In life, you are given a choice to either sink or swim. I was given a second chance, and I plan to swim through whatever challenges life throws at me.
You know what I'm going to say? This whole summer, ever since our last major rainfall, the roads have been accumulating the oil that comes from exhaust and cars going over the streets. And you don't notice it, you can't see it, but that first rainfall, those of you who have gone out and done the collection of the first rainfall watershed and all the pollutants that are in that water, and you're testing for that, you know how many of those pollutants are car-oriented. So just keep in mind that you mix that car oil with that first rainfall, and it makes the roads like skating rinks. They're really slick. So watch your speed tomorrow when you're driving. If you're driving with a parent, just gently remind the parent that the roads are going to be slick, because we all tend to forget. We just don't deal with this very much. So be very, very, very careful on your way into school tomorrow, on your way home in the afternoon. Just taking it extra easy in the driving for the next few days. In fact, probably on Saturday as well, they could be still a little slick. So what's happening for the people who are not hosting visitors tomorrow? It is a path day, and we will gather in the student center. I think there are going to be a fair number of us, so it should be cozy in there. It's going to be, well, let's just say that I've heard a lot of people say lately in a very wistful tone, I remember kindergarten. Life was so easy then. So we're all going to get together and be 5 again for a little while. So I'll have graham crackers and juice for you. I'll have little stuffed animals for you. And we'll have coloring books and story time tomorrow. Next Sunday, not this coming one, but the one after, the 23rd, is the AIM for Awareness Walk and Rally in Pacific Grove. It is a walk for awareness of youth mental health and to support the programs in the area. I would love to have a York team. I'll be there. If you're interested in doing this with me, it is $10 for people under 18. For adults, it's $25. And it's all to raise money for the programs supporting youth mental health in the area. If you're interested in doing this, would you please sign up? I've got a little sign-up sheet on the board outside my office. And we'll get together and we'll do this. Should be fun. Oh, just so you know, there is registration. I figure if we get there by 8:30-ish, we'll be good. Registration, we'll do a pre-walk program at 9. We start to walk at 9:15. And from 10 to 11, there's breakfast, games, and activities. So let me know if you want to do that. And then finally, peer helpers. The trainees will have their first meeting at lunch today in my office. Thanks.
Okay, and then the day after tomorrow is Fall Fair. It's from 11 to 3. Everybody who is sponsoring a booth, I need you to meet with me at the upstairs art room at lunch today, 11:30. I've got information packets about how to set up and clean up and all that stuff. If you have to have a representative there. If you can't, you got to communicate with me because there is a waiting list for booths. So you might risk losing your booth if you don't have somebody there. I hope you can all make it. Fall Fair this Saturday. Thanks.
Just 2 quick things. Yes, it is potentially supposed to rain like tonight and tomorrow. I see people leaving their backpacks outside all the time, their textbooks outside all the time. Guess what? If you have your backpack open and outside and it rains and your computer gets wet, it won't work very well for you. I've had my computer get wet. It didn't work very well for me. to the chapel, you need to be considerate of some of these people. They need help. Don't put your backpacks all over the ramps, please.
So there is a general student council meeting at lunch. Unless you're sponsoring the Fall Fair booth, then go meet with Mr. Martin.
Get to class.